Everyone dreams of achieving greatness. You've probably spent countless hours consuming inspirational content online, hoping it will transform your life. Yet nothing seems to change. Here's the truth nobody tells you: inspiration alone won't build the life you want. The missing ingredient is discipline. Stay with me, because what I'm about to share could be the turning point you've been searching for. Meet Daniel, a young man from a quiet neighborhood who constantly dreamed big. His days were filled with motivational podcasts, success stories, and ambitious plans. He'd promise himself, "Tomorrow I start fresh. 6 hours of focused work daily. This time will be different." The initial rush of enthusiasm felt amazing, but within days old patterns returned. Procrastination crept back in, followed by the usual justifications. This cycle of starting and stopping left Daniel exhausted and defeated. Then Daniel noticed something intriguing about his colleague Marcus. Marcus operated differently, rising before dawn, maintaining consistent habits, making steady progress without fanfare. Daniel couldn't help but ask, "What drives you? How do you maintain this level of consistency?" Marcus smiled knowingly. "I've stopped chasing motivation. I've built discipline instead." Daniel looked puzzled. "Isn't motivation what fuels achievement?" Marcus shook his head. "Meet me at the harbor at dawn tomorrow. There's someone I'd like you to meet." As the sun rose the next morning, they found an elderly fisherman preparing his boat. His weathered hands and perceptive gaze revealed decades of experience. Marcus asked, "Would you share your wisdom about consistency with my friend?" The fisherman studied Daniel thoughtfully. "Notice this harbor. I arrive here at the same hour every single day. Storms, freezing temperatures, scorching heat, none of it matters. I launch my boat, cast my nets, and wait. Results vary wildly. Some days bring abundance, other days barely enough, sometimes nothing. Yet I show up regardless. Why do you think that is?" Daniel considered this. "Because fishing is your passion." The fisherman chuckled softly. "No, young man, it's my commitment. If I only worked when inspired, my nets would stay empty most days. If I waited for perfect conditions, my family would starve. Inspiration is unreliable. Discipline is dependable." Daniel absorbed these words carefully. The fisherman continued, "Inspiration is lightning, brilliant but fleeting. Discipline is a steady flame that burns regardless of circumstances." He gestured toward a cluster of bamboo growing nearby. "Are you familiar with how bamboo grows?" Daniel shook his head. "A gardener once planted bamboo seeds. Daily he watered them, ensured proper sunlight, and maintained the soil. 12 months passed, no visible growth. Critics mocked him for wasting effort. Year 2, 3, 4, still nothing emerged. Yet he persisted." The fisherman's eyes sparkled. Then year 5 arrived. Within 6 weeks, those plants shot up 90 feet high. "How is that possible?" Daniel leaned forward, captivated. "The answer lies beneath the surface. Those 4 years weren't wasted. The bamboo was developing an extensive root system underground. Without that hidden foundation, the dramatic growth would have been impossible." Discipline works the same way. Progress isn't always visible, but consistency builds the foundation for breakthrough success. Something fundamental shifted in Daniel's perspective. He'd been addicted to motivation and obsessed with instant results. Now he understood that discipline was the actual foundation of achievement. That morning changed everything. Daniel stopped waiting for the right mood. He designed a system and committed to it. When he felt unmotivated, he studied anyway. When exhaustion hit, he exercised regardless. When his bed called to him, he rose early despite it. Days accumulated into weeks, weeks into months, months into years. Eventually, Daniel became a respected figure in his community. When people asked about his transformation, he'd respond, "Inspiration is temporary, but discipline is permanent." Consistent small actions compound into remarkable outcomes. Success isn't one massive leap. It's countless small steps taken daily. Don't wait for perfect circumstances. Begin now, embrace discipline, and you'll architect the future you desire.